Without a doubt in my mind, in my heart, I know this is probably the most important video I have made in the past year, 2 years. I can't even put a time frame on it. This is important, and I did want to update everybody that's watching my channel. Guys, I don't know about you, but experiencing all the volatility in this market, I have died and come back to life again. And you guys have literally watched me on my YouTube channel. You literally watched me die. Okay, you watched me die and then come back to life. A forest must burn down before it can flourish again. And this happened right in front of your eyes. Sunday, I've been here since 5 o'clock in the morning. And I got some breakthroughs, some serious breakthroughs. And I want to talk about it right now in this video. Don't have some fluff news for you. I've come to the conclusion that the only way I'm going to be making these videos moving forward is if I actually educate you. Like, first you get the breakthrough, right? And you actually learn something. Then you tell people about it. I don't think it's beneficial to anybody if I just sit there and like talk about news that you could just read from somebody else's stuff. Like, I'm going to be giving you guys valuable content when it's actually valuable. Okay. I think this is probably really smart, so that every time you guys, witness what's going on, you actually grow as well. That's the point. I'm not going to teach people how to grow if I haven't actually grew like myself. Right. So I think this is productive, but I did want to reference this video here. I'm done with cryptocurrency. This video had a lot of negative feedback. People were pretty upset about me making this video. And I think the point I want to make here very, very quick is you didn't really understand the message. I think a lot of people just read the title and didn't really understand the message. And I'll be honest, okay? I'll be honest. I'm a fiend for clickbait, okay? I'm a drug addict for clickbait. I know. For views, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I will get better. But the point is, it wasn't the fact that I was done with crypto. Don't be foolish, right? Watch the video again, right? Watch the video if you have to. It was the fact that I was redefining who I was. And believe it or not, I don't trade crypto all day, guys. I got a business. There's people in my business. There's a lot of people in the office. I'm physically in my office right here. I'm a dad. I have 2 daughters. I play basketball, which none of you guys, I guarantee, could beat me in a one-on-one. I don't care if there's thousands of people watching this video. You cannot beat me in a one-on-one. I'm like 95% sure of it. But seriously, I'm much more than just a crypto guy. Was the point. I'm never going to leave crypto because it's the best form of making money. But once cryptocurrency becomes like saturated, am I going to stay using Yahoo email once it becomes, once Gmail came out? No, I'm going to move on to the next best thing. Right. And I'm not saying crypto is over with. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like defining yourself with crypto is the wrong way. You need to come up with your own principles to define who you are, and then crypto will fit into that. That's how it works, okay? You need to come up with a roadmap for your life, and then crypto just fits into that. And again, I think the mistake I made and why people were so upset is because I put it in the title. So I'll stop doing that. But if you watch the video, it dove a little bit deeper. Now, I want to jump into, and redefining who I was, like from this point, February 22nd till now, I've actually redefined all my trading strategies. And then I redefined my whole entire, like I've died multiple times. Like I died on YouTube. Then I died on, my strategies. And I'm making a new course. I'm calling it the Foundations. Then I died on like my literal office. I had to let some people go, unfortunately, because they just didn't fit into what we were doing. And it was like very unfortunate. It's like one of the hardest things I ever had to do. And then, I realized and I looked at the group and I had to kind of kill that as well. And I've come to the point where I found foundational principles in which I can govern my YouTube, my group, my digital course. I have found it. I have come up with the ultimate answer. I have, trained people for years in crypto. And I feel like my whole life has been building up to this exact moment right here on this Sunday since 5 o'clock in the morning. literally researching, and not even researching, just organizing my life, organizing my thoughts, I have officially gone through a breakthrough, a paradigm shift. And I want to communicate that paradigm shift with everybody watching this video right here. You will leave with something, I promise, and it will feel warm and fuzzy inside. If my mustache doesn't make you feel warm and fuzzy, I don't know what else does, but I'm just joking. All right. So I've realized that I need to get that back to my core principles. So this is basically how everything works. And you can even take this down to a cellular level. And this is what I've been doing with every variable of my life. The first thing is energy. You need some type of something to power what's going on, or this organization. You can take it to a house, for example. Your electricity, this is the energy, right? Also, the people in the house make things move. Like, for example, you use your energy to wash the dishes, right? Which brings me to my next point, organize. Something has to organize that energy into something meaningful. So you're washing the dishes so that your dishes are clean. So when you cook again, you can gain more energy to eat, right? And eat the food, which the energy turns into washing the dishes, and it keeps going forever. It's a never-ending cycle. You organize, there's a facilitator, and this goes, I'm telling you, into everything. It's going to be going into my group. It's going to be going into my course. It's going to be so simple that a baby can pull this off. That's how easy. I'm going to hold your guys' hand in what we're doing here, and it's going to be basically how I run my channel as well, right? And I could bring it back to my YouTube channel, right? The energy on my YouTube channel, for example, is getting your attention. When I get your attention, you revert your energy to my YouTube channel. Then I organize your thoughts and I give you exactly, what I think you should know. And that turns into value that actually benefits your life. So if you really think about it, I'm taking your energy, bringing it, combining it with mine, and then I'm changing your life. That's literally the purpose of what I do over and over again. So again, energy. This is the thing that brings power. Organize. You must organize that into a structure that actually gives value, and that value compounds. And it's almost like compounding goodwill. The more you do this, the more effective you do this, the better life gets, because that's, in my personal opinion, the meaning of life is bettering it. Okay. So if it's not bettering it, you need to come back to your foundational structure and fix it. So I'm going to go into trading 101. These are the 3 foundational principles of a trader. And this, again, will benefit you. If you are making money in this market or losing money in this market, I pretty much guarantee you it is one of these 3 things for a fact. I can bring it down to these 3 things, down to a cellular level. It is one of these 3 things. And again, guys, do me a favor, like the video, share it with somebody. This is, again, one of the most important videos I've ever made. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure everybody watching has a friend that can benefit from this. So share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But seriously, first thing is the energy, right? So what you're trying to do is you're taking your money, which is energy, right? Because that's just a construct of your time that you received money for, right? So that's your physical time. Like, so if you work at, for example, Publix stocking shelves, you're putting in your time to receive $1, which is therefore energy. And then that energy, you're trying to amplify that energy with a trading strategy, right? You're trying to multiply your money with a trading strategy, right? So basically, really, the energy is amplified through your decision-making process, okay? It's really that simple, okay? How good is your trading strategy? If you think about any trading strategy, all it is a construct of a couple of variables. So for example, if somebody tells you that on-chain metrics looks bullish, well, that's a reason why you should buy, right? If somebody tells you, hey, this technical analysis indicator looks bullish, well, that's a reason why you should buy. If somebody says, hey, well, the Fed meeting is not going to be too good, well, that's a reason why you should sell. And if you don't have a clear decision-making process and why you execute, and I believe, I'm telling you right now, 95% of the people watching this video, this is where they lack the most. They don't have a clear guideline to make decisions. They're just kind of doing it off of their gut feeling and emotions. And I don't know how many times I got to tell you guys, you must not trade off of emotion. You have to trade off of something clear that you can calibrate and make better over time. If you don't have a clear decision-making process, like a 5-step or 10-step A to Z thing, right? Where you can literally go off the chart. So you open up a coin, right? And then one of mine, for sure, is the direction of the market. I'm not buying altcoins if Bitcoin and Ethereum doesn't look good. So that's one of my variables is, can I dictate the direction of the market? What's the highest likelihood that we're going to go bullish? And if in that case it's bullish, then I'm buying altcoins, right? This is what I do. You guys know this. And then another part is like macroeconomics. Like, And then I try to dictate that, right? And the whole point is that I have a clear system that I created, and I'm redefining it, right? So what happens is, let's think about it, right? If you're a trader on day one, you're gonna have the system, whether you know it or not. You're gonna have reasons why you make a trade, okay? And this system is gonna suck. But in day, 5,000 or year 6 or year 7, that system needs to be super refined to the point where you have something that actually works and is consistent and repeatable. That's the point, right? It's very simple, okay? Now, what happens is that people just don't know the decision-making process. So if you don't know what you currently do, how could you make it better? How could you invalidate or validate what it is? This is why I'm trying to explain to you guys, most people lack here. Big time, they lack here, okay? Now, as you're facilitating it, right, and making it better, you have to execute. So this is another area where people lack, where they just don't understand the execution of the trade. What does that mean? Well, what are the tools you're using, right? What softwares are you using? Do you understand Web 3.0? Do you understand NFTs? Do you understand how the blockchain works? This is like the facilitation of the sell. This is like the organization. How well is your knowledge in cryptocurrency for you to even be making these decisions, right? Your decision on day one is going to be completely different from the decision on or on year 6 because of all the knowledge and experience you've gained up until that point, right? This is why most traders fail, because they just don't have enough knowledge, right? So you have to stay in the market for a long period of time, and your execution of the trade will get better because you'll know all of the software's tools. You'll know, exactly how they all work together. You'll understand liquidity providers. You'll understand market makers. You'll understand how price works. I could literally probably say 5 things, and I'm willing to bet that most of you just don't understand it, right? And most of you don't even understand the history of crypto. You have not dove into the history of crypto. So I'm not trying to Debbie down people. I'm just trying to make them realize something for real that is actually going to change their life. This is the goal of this video right here. I actually want to help you, okay? And the reason for that is because, again, I get paid if my product does well. So if I don't help people, I don't get paid. I don't do affiliate sponsorships, right? You guys know that. I don't get paid for somebody else's stuff. I specifically only get paid if my people get results in my course, right? So I had to fix it. I had to fix it, especially in this market choppiness. I have to make the course better. I have to make everything better. And it's making me realize so many different things, right? And then, which brings me to the next point. You track the results of the trade and then tweak, right? So when you're tracking it, okay, this is like probably one of the most foundational things. And leave a comment below if you did this. This is probably the smartest thing you could ever do in your life. And I know there's kind of 2 areas really that people mess up on. It's the decision-making process and the tracking of the trade. But if you do this one thing right here, I guarantee you will change your whole entire trading everything, okay? I want you to go back in the last 3 months of all your trades and calculate exactly how much you lost or made. This is tracking, right? Come up with an Excel spreadsheet and put it together, and then come up with 3 reasons why you made the trade in the first place. That's all you have to do. So literally come up with every trade, and you don't have to do everyone because I know some of you make like small trades. I'm talking about big decision trades, okay? Come up with every trade. Go through DBank. DBank is a good software that you can look at all of your Web3 trades. You can even click the history and it'll show you everything. And then if you go to a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance, they have a way where you can Excel the CSV file and use that. And again, it's bringing it back of execution of trade. Like if you don't know how to use the tools, if you don't know what a CSV file is and how to put it into Excel, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you might as well just learn it now. You might as well just learn it now, okay? Because you have to do it in the future. And all you're doing is you're going to track the reasons why you made your trades, and you're going to track if it was negative or positive. It's as simple as that. Now, if you do this in real time, it becomes more accurate. I'm willing to bet you're not going to remember every reason why you made a trade. And this is the importance of tracking it and tracking your decision-making process, right? So notice how if you did that, then you'll be like, dang, I make really good trades if this happens. And then what are you going to do? You're going to bring it into your decision-making process. You understand what I'm saying? Hopefully you get what I'm saying. Leave a comment down below. Leave a 1 in the chat and a comment down below if you guys really get what I'm saying here, because it's going to hit home for a lot of people, I know it is. So again, the deliberate execution of this will ultimately get you to actual profit in the market, right? Refining your decision-making process, executing the trade at the highest quality output, then tracking the results of the trade. And then once you track it, it gives you the feedback. Hey, was that trade valuable or not? And then with that, you, again, go back into the decision-making process. Again, execute the trade, track the results, boom, and do that over and over again. And you could even do that without money, guys, by the way, which is really smart. If you do that, if you've never traded in your life, you probably should do that for at least like to get started so you can get this process going without you ever having to lose any money, right? And then from there, well, you get better as a trader. Now, I wanted to make what I'm doing with Fundamental Secrets like the best in the world. Like I think I'm top 5 in the world, to be honest, because I purchased all the courses. I purchased all the, coaching to make, the current one I have. I spend I think like $20,000 on subscriptions a month so I can provide FS with the greatest information on planet Earth. So I think I'm like top 5 and I made my product pretty good for that reason. But I want to be the number one. I want to be the greatest. I think I might be the greatest already, but I want to like just guarantee like no matter what, I am the number one course on planet Earth when it comes to cryptocurrency education and trading. This is what I want to do. I'm setting my life goal to get people the most results. That is the reason why, I will be the number one is because I get the most results by far. Okay. So everything can basically be broken down into this. And this is explaining it on a deeper level, right? They call this the black box, okay? And the black box works like this. It's for any problem. You can call it the black box, but it's really like we have a problem. This is the solution to the problem, right? So you have an input. So let's say hypothetically, you have a problem with being overweight, right? Which is my problem, okay? So you analyze the input. My inputs are basically I eat too much donuts, all right? I eat too much fat boy stuff, all right? That's just the truth. That's the biggest input that is destroying my result, which is losing weight. And then you analyze the output. The output is I gain weight. When I eat donuts, I gain weight. Input, I eat donuts. Output, I gain weight. I need to observe, okay, these two to get my answer, all right? And the answer is I need to get on a diet. Right? But basically, you could pretty much do this with anything in the world. As long as there's a problem that needs solved, you could do this. And I dove deep into my business, and I dove really deep. And I realized that the same thing is happening right now. So if you think about it, you could chalk everything up into this right here. You can chalk up everything, okay? You have basically supply, you have demand, and then you have value, okay? Which is the outside. This is the output. The output is price. Price is like, if there's a whole bunch of supply and demand happening at the same time on an order book, then the price of the asset is the end result, right? And then a supply is basically, how the coin itself constructed its total supply, max supply, and circulating supply. And then really, as a trader, all you're dictating is demand. So you're understanding the supply and so for example, you'll see a lot of vesting schedules. Like you'll have someone that they're dropping like a significant portion onto the market, or you'll have, for example, Ethereum upgraded this burning mechanism where it's burning ETH. These are all variables of supply. So the supply is like the foundation. And then you're analyzing the demand of the market, trying to see who's buying and selling and for what reasons, right? And this is where the strategy comes into place. And the strategies, that's the big question, right? That's the one that everybody wants to know. And then the value or what happens, okay? Remember, look, I'm bringing it back to a cellular level. I know these are right. I know everything I'm saying here will stand the test of time. Down to 20 years later, this will stand the test of time, okay? And that's all I want to talk about right now, guys, because I'm showing you the physical representation of my life. This is what my YouTube channel is. And I had to get down to my foundations, and now I'm communicating those foundations to you, right? This is the end result, basically, or the output is the price, the market cap, the fully diluted valuation. And you should understand these things, but this is not the video for that. And this is like what I'm doing in the Foundations cryptocurrency course, by the way, guys. But the point is that I've realized a foundational issue in my group, and I've realized it also in my YouTube and pretty much every variable. I've realized that what you don't need to do, okay, is you don't want to look at what's the most profitable thing and then try to do it. What's smarter is looking at who you are as a person and then making a strategy that aligns with who you are as a person. That is the answer. Why? Because if you're like an artist, you probably shouldn't be looking at charts and day trading, right? There's all different types of strategies. There's quantitative and qualitative strategies. There's quantitative, meaning numbers. The people that day trade, scalp trade, they look at order books. They dive very deep into numbers. And then there's qualitative. There's people that like buy NFTs that make a whole bunch of money. You guys know it. These guys are literally on Twitter bragging about how they smoke weed, right? Like I know you guys know what I'm talking about, the degens, right? The qualitative elements of, being able to look at trends, being able to look at market psychology, being able to do narrative investing, sentiment analysis, fundamental analysis, right? And this is primarily who I am, right? You guys know this. These are basically the two categories. So I was like, instead of trying to force everybody to do the same thing, isn't it smarter, instead of forcing everybody into a box, it's like a billion times smarter to make a system that forces people into who they are as human beings. Because what does that do? Again, if we bring it back to the original over here, right? The number one variable that makes this work better is how many times you go through it, right? If you want to get results, it's how many times you go through it over and over again. And then we just explained it to you over a 6-year period. It doesn't have to be 6 years. It can be less than that, way less than that. Over a long period of time, right? You eventually get to the point where this decision-making process is refined to a predictable, repeatable strategy that works for you. It works for your lifestyle. It works for your finances. It works for your net worth. It works for you. That is the answer. That is the answer. And this is why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing here. So listen to this, because again, this is a breakthrough moment for me, and you can hear it in my voice. This is a huge breakthrough moment, and I think I have officially brought this product into a super product, a serious super product. So Siri's trying to block my shine over here. I don't know if you guys saw that, but this is how I'm going to lay out. First, let's talk about the group, because I'm going to lay out the group first, because this is where I got real deep and it's getting scary out here. Okay, it's getting scary out here. But basically, this is how it works. Okay, you have quantitative and qualitative elements of a decision that reflects like, hey, what's a quant? And you guys see me make these, right? Where I was like, hey, number wise, this is why Bitcoin's going to go up, because it made higher lows and higher highs, right? I said that. Number wise, the expanding cycle theory. I believe this is a quantitative element. Number wise, there's numbers, reasons why the market goes up and goes down, and then there's qualitative elements to why the market goes up and goes down, right? There's two reasons. Now, if I fit people into their specific strength, this is where we amplify the effectiveness of this group. If I fit people into who they are, I can develop a democratized system that will compound the results of the whole group exponentially. I want you to listen to what I'm saying here, okay? So this is what's going to happen, all right? This is what I'm doing. The group will essentially come up with proposals. The group will be like, hey, we think the direction of the market in the next month is going bullish, right? And they're going to come up with proposals. Then the coaches and moderators are going to analyze the proposals. And the coaches and moderators will have proven track record. They would have gone through this thousands of times. The coaches and moderators will have already gone through this thousands of times, right? And then if I come over here, again, they will analyze the proposal. And then from there, they will fit it into one of these categories. So a qualitative element pro, a qualitative element con, right? A quantitative element pro and a quantitative element con, right? And we'll do this once a month. And then from there, we'll come up with a master, hey, Bitcoin's bullish this month, or Bitcoin's bearish, right? And then from there, if we're correct or wrong, whoever is correct and whoever's wrong, I will allocate a certain percentage of monthly sales to those people. And tell me how this is not going to work. This is going to work. This is basically making a hedge fund of FS, of fundamental secrets. I'm making a hedge fund. But this is not legally a hedge fund. Again, none of this is financial advice. But you can see what I'm doing is, instead of making it about me, right, which I'm only one variable, there's so many people in the group that are millionaires, that are smarter than me, 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, in some cases, 8-figure earners. There's people that are way smarter than me in the group, okay? So instead of trying to like, hey, Alex is going to come up with this empty strategy like everybody else, it's like this empty thing that it doesn't really work, but I'm going to make it look like it works, and I'm going to put a bow on top of it and make it look pretty. Right? Instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to siphon energy from all of the group members. I'm going to put them in their unique pivotal position, right? The thing where they shine the most. And then I'm going to take that credibility, siphon it into a proposal, and then I'm going to execute. And I'm telling you right now, this will get results. And if it doesn't, well, the people that do get results get paid. So let's say hypothetically, we're going to have a big fight over here where everybody's going to think bullish and everybody's going to think bearish. And there's going to be two master proposals. And then it's going to be a big bet. And then towards the end of the month, we're going to look back and whoever was correct gets paid. This is crazy. And I'm telling you right now, I'm changing the game. I will be the greatest course on planet Earth after this. I can pretty much guarantee it, right? So if we look back again, we have the group, how the group works together and the facilitation of the group. So if you really think about it, Fundamental Secrets is this, right? You guys give me money and resources. I facilitate it the best way. People make money as the value. It's crazy, but notice how cells work. It works all over in every facet of life. You can even bring this down to Bitcoin's fundamental, value, right? You guys give me money. I facilitate it the right way. You make money. It's that simple, right? And I use all of the resources and all the energy of the group, the exponential amount of energy to force it in the right way. So let me show you, if you make education can't be about like what's only good for me, right? It has to be about foundational principles that's good for everyone, right? And this is why I'm calling it the foundations probably. Maybe. I don't know for sure. But basically, I'm coming up with timeless principles that will benefit all. And then I will identify who you are as a person, put you into the correct strategy, and then I'm going to refine this process with your correct strategy over and over again. Then you're going to get exponential results, and then everybody in the group gets exponential results, and then we all win. And it's just value to infinity, basically. This is how you do it. So instead of, again, forcing people, hey, fundamental analysis is the only thing on planet Earth. No, that's not true. There's trading, there's technical analysis, there's scalp trade, there's so many different things. Right? So again, I'm going to bring people, okay? I'm going to bring people in the right way. I'm going to teach you who you are as a person. I'm going to teach you the tools. I'm going to give you the knowledge. Then the strategy, it will likely be in two areas. It'll be a qualitative strategy and a quantitative strategy. And then from there, I'm going to show you how to communicate it. And that's it right there, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm getting goosebumps with this video right here. I feel great. I feel alive. I feel like a forest burnt down in multiple dimensions of my life, and I've come back a new man. And if you appreciate this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. Guys, leave a comment below if this resonated with you. I want to make more videos like this. I love you all. Catch you guys in the next video.